It's fun going down, and you have to come back up. I gotta make it to the top. Maybe then we'll turn around.
So we are on the road again to our next Boondockers Welcome. It's only about an hour and a half south of where we are now, just a little south of San Antonio. It is very, 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 very cold. I kind of wish we could have just stayed hunkered down in the RV with the heat on today, because it is like 40 some degrees and very windy. And you know, I've never been to Texas before, and you look on the map and it looks like it's so far south, and you're like, it has to be warm, you know, in March. But I guess the way the jet stream works or something and dips down in the center part of the country, I don't know, but it is like, it gets cold here. So first, before we head to our new Boondockers Welcome, we gotta go a little bit out of our way. We're gonna dump our tanks, and we're filling up with propane because it's gonna be so cold that we'll be blowing through propane for the next few nights when it's down below freezing. So we're almost here in Pleasanton, Texas. Hopefully that's the way you say it. We're looking at that word and we figure that there's probably not too many words to say it other than Pleasanton. The first thing we're gonna have to do when we get here is dump our tanks. Unfortunately, the Flying J that was about 10 miles down the interstate that we went to, we were gonna get propane and we were gonna dump our tanks. And the dump wasn't working, there was something wrong with that, and then the propane hose wasn't working. So we got gas at the Flying J, but we were not able to get propane or dump our tank. So we figured, well, it's only another like 40 miles. We might as well just drive here. We'll dump the tanks when we get here, because at this Boondockers Welcome, he does have a dump. Jared gets to go help. He's gonna have to back in. Come this way. So Jared's getting us all set up here now. He dumped and... What is that?
I made little indentations in the ground where he needs to put the jack pads.
Oh, pretty smart. And I told Jared, and we got to remember that we are all on camera because there's video cameras for security here.
Oh no.
So there's lots of video cameras for security here, so I told Jared he's got to behave himself. The owner said, like, don't be walking around outside naked, or maybe you want to, but yeah. So there are video cameras to protect the property. This thing does not look level. All right, so you might not realize how monumental this is. We are actually all together in the car,
And we're not coughing outside of the RV. We're out of the RV. I'm out.
Yeah, he's been
for
the
more
whole
than 10 minutes.
So like, since everyone has literally been sick, or someone of all of us has been sick
For like a month.
Not a month, but since we got to Texas, which seems like a month.
Sick a month ago.
Yeah, but since we got to Texas, so we have not all been out together. So this is a like big monumental occasion, and we're all like really excited.
The sun hurts our eyes.
I have been out. I was like,
me too.
Yeah, and Alex has been out some, and the kids have been getting better all week. Brian is the holdout. He's had a fever forever, and it finally broke 3 nights in a row, but then it comes back during the day. So he probably has a slight fever now.
Yep.
But we're dragging him out anyway, because I think at this point,
show him my talent.
If he faints, we'll just take him back.
Yeah,
if he
no
passes
big
out.
deal. There's
That
4 others that can enjoy
And
the
there's
rest of the day.
hospitals probably as we're out driving, but I'm like, no, we just have to go out and sightsee something in Texas besides like me just taking the dogs to the local parks or taking the kids to the local library.
But we're at the local park.
We are, so we got to
I
stop
haven't
the
been
local.
here yet. So
No, this is
my
brand
first
new
time.
for Brian and Jared. No, Jared came to the park yesterday. So there's lots of ducks here. But anyway, they have really old playground equipment. You know,
And I will show my
Like the
talent.
stuff that doesn't look like it would pass safety standards if it were built now. Like
not
the
at all.
bolts
It
are all
was
sticking
great.
out and-
It was great. Come on, and Brian and I can talk to this.
It's all plumbing stuff. It's made out of like plumbing,
metal
And-
you know, corners and pipes.
It's that great stuff from like the 70s and into the 80s, I guess, when it was just all metal pipe stuff. So it got really hot in the sun, and you burnt your hand. Remember
rips
going
the
down,
skin off your hands, even if it's
Okay,
cold.
bye.
and you go down the sliding board and like
Be
burn your
careful.
butt. And then I don't know about Brian, but my elementary school, we had a structure like this, and it went like way up. Oh yeah, the dogs are along too. And apparently Carmel's upset because this is the park that we go to like twice a day for her to walk and play, and she wants to get out. All right, quiet. Enough. Okay, here she comes. So, but the playground equipment when I was in elementary school was it was this big tower thing made out of this metal, and we'll show you the metal there because the kids are on it now. But it was this big tower thing, and then it had like a cross at the top, and you'd climb all the way up it. It looked like a spaceship kind of thing. You'd climb up it, and then you'd go and hang by your knees on the top rungs.
Yeah, in
But-
the middle.
Yeah, but the best part was because you know what was under it. There was no like ground up tires or tree mulch.
Right. It was crushed glass and spikes.
No, it wasn't. But it was asphalt. It was asphalt, or other sections had concrete. So if you were, because if you're gonna fall, right, you toughen the kids up.
Right.
So
We don't know wimpy kids that need to land on soft, rubbery
no. So that's
mulch.
that's this equipment here. It's been here for a while, you can tell. But to safety standards, it does not have concrete or asphalt under it or crushed
Yeah.
glass.
It's just packed dirt.
It's packed dirt. However, the when they put the posts in, in order to keep the post, they dug deep holes. And when you put a metal post and you want it to stay there forever, you pour concrete in. So the concrete is now sticking up.
But
so
they filled the concrete pretty close to the top, and
Yes.
the top layer of soil has eroded over the years,
Yes.
and now it's just jagged concrete right around the posts. So that's safe. It's fun though. Good old-fashioned fun.
So we're letting the kids have some fun. All right, what can Daddy do on the rings?
All right, here, I'll do the ring.
Okay.
Okay, this sounds hazardous, so we're just gonna tape it for the heck of it.
Okay, I'm going to be swinging on the bus. When I swing forward, he's going to come right behind me and then quick duck out of the way before I come back.
Yeah.
Because he's so quick in his wheelchair.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Not this time. 3, and then go.
This time?
No.
Oh man. All right. This time?
Okay.
Woo!
Woo!
That was close.
Woo!
All right. Well, that was a lot of fun at the playground, and I highly recommend that everybody should every once in a while go to a playground.
I know, we love playgrounds.
Maybe not necessarily an old one like that. It might be safer to go to a modern one. But anyway,
yeah,
so
go a little safer.
find a playground to get to. It doesn't matter how old you are or what ability level you have. It's
No.
fun to go to a playground.
Nope,
And be a
and-
kid.
yep.
Everybody be a kid.
Yep, and if you don't have kids, then you just snag the grandkids or like neighbor kids.
Yeah, or you can just go there
Yeah, you.
by yourself and look.
It's like
people
going
might
to
think you're a
Disney
little
World.
bit strange, but it's okay. You're acting like a kid. Who cares? Have
Besides,
fun.
the older you get, like you don't need kids because it's just like
Yeah, because you don't care.
you don't care
less and less as you get older.
We've discovered that you care less and less what people think of you as you get older. So what we really want to see, well, I know what I really want to see is the wildflowers, because I've always heard about the Texas wildflowers, and just where we're staying, it's in a neighborhood, but just the lots, like the people haven't mowed their lawn yet this year because
Yeah.
it's the beginning of March, and the lots are just covered with wildflowers. So
Yeah,
instead
they're
of
weeds or wildflowers, so
Yeah.
which is cool. If I would have had that up in Pennsylvania, we would have never mowed.
no, we would
Let
have
the
just
wildflowers grow, man. That's
But it is. It's like the weeds, whatever, technically weeds grow up are these beautiful wildflowers. There's bluebonnets and poppies and these yellow flowers and some little purple ones. I don't know. We got to read up on our Texas wildflowers.
So we are playing a game now. It's called Count the Pickup Trucks versus Count the Cars. Because when you're in Texas, the pickup truck is what you see.
Yeah, Jared claimed the trucks.
I claimed the trucks. I'm at 6. She's at 2.
I'm at 6.
And
No,
Dad
you're
counts
not.
tractors.
No, you're not.
And there's a pickup truck in front of us.
8,
There's one sitting over there.
9.
You can't do them.
Yes, you can.
So what's the score there on the?
157 on trucks. We're in the wind.
143.
All right, so we've seen 157 trucks, 143 cars,
And 8 tractors.
8 tractors.
Well, yeah, they're not letting me count the like
John-
200 tractors at the John Deere distributor back there. Because that was before we started playing.
Well, and you
Missed
didn't
out.
count them anyway. You couldn't have counted
You
that
have to see
fast.
I
them.
rounded it. I rounded it.
No, you can't round. I rounded.
He rounded up from 2.
65, 66.
I said back at the last Boondockers Welcome that we were at, which was north of San Antonio.
Oh, you already told them.
I did.
Okay. I didn't know.
I told them our plan of trying to stay at Boondockers Welcomes, like see how many we could stay at because it's really cool. And the neat thing here in Texas is the Boondockers Welcomes we've been staying at, like let you stay kind of extended. Like some only do 1 night or 2 nights, but here in Texas we stayed at a great one up in Seguin. We stayed 5 nights up in Seguin,
Yep.
and
They had electric and water.
they did. They had
Really nice.
electric and water right there. And keep in mind, it's called Boondockers Welcome, but when they have electric and water and things like that that you use, generally we give a little, a donation towards electric. Because, I mean, they don't have to offer up electric. So when they do, that's a nice perk.
Yeah.
And
And we'll at least, reimburse for
Yeah.
what their cost was. And it's still way cheaper than even a state park.
oh yeah,
definitely
and it's
cheaper than a resort.
great. You get to know great people and have a lot of fun. And a lot of times you're in towns that maybe you wouldn't have stayed at. We would have never probably stayed in Seguin. We would have, the largest pecan.
We would have missed out on
We
the
would-
world's largest pecan.
We would have totally missed out on that.
And in all seriousness, we would have missed out on the most awesome library we've ever seen. So
Yes,
that was good.
that was the coolest library we've ever been in. And then we've come to a Boondockers Welcome here south of San Antonio in a town called Pleasanton. This one is great also. It has electric and water and septic.
And sewer, yeah.
It's
sewer
a
hookup.
full hookup.
We can
And
leave, we can
Yeah.
do the showers in
And
the
we're
RV without worrying about filling the gray tank.
Yep. So it has been fantastic. We've stayed there 5 nights so far, which is the limit he has is it says 5, but he offered up that if we wanted to stay more, so we actually are going to stay an extra 2 nights at this one because of the area. And now that they're finally healthier and we can do some stuff, we want to kind of sightsee a little bit like we're doing today. But now, as far as our challenge of how many Boondockers Welcome nights we can stay in a
Yeah,
row.
where are we at? I didn't even count.
Okay, so we're going to be at 12.
In a row?
12 in a row. 12 nights in a row, Boondockers
Nice.
Welcome. But we're going to end that streak because the next place we're going to stay actually is a pace because we want to stay right near San Antonio.
Yeah, it's close to a lot of the
yeah.
activities around San Antonio. So.
Yeah, it's like a bike ride
Worth
to the missions, and we really want to go just bike riding. This host has told us there's like a 10-mile bike trail that goes along the mission, so we want to do that. And we do want to do the river walk and some different things. So this place, they say, is just a few minutes from the missions, and that you can bike there. All right, so this is where we're at
here.
now.
We're here.
Okay, the Medina River Natural Area.
All right, we got to show it.
Okay, because there's bike trails and hiking trails, and I don't know if it's a pay park or what it is. There's some parking.
There it is.
So we got our special parking because, of course, that's why we bring Brian along to these places. They're not a big benefit here. Disney World and stuff like that, big benefit. Here we could have parked close anyway. But yeah, we came here, so we just wanted to go somewhere not inside today since Brian is still feeling sick. We wouldn't want to risk getting someone else sick since he's kind of got a fever off and on. So we just typed in park and we found this Medina.
Google's very helpful that way.
Yeah, Medina River Natural Area. So it's got bike trails and hiking trails, and we're gonna check it out, right, Alex? Alex is
What are you
eating an
doing,
orange.
Carmel? Carmel, Pepper, are you coming too?
You want to go out?
You coming? No
turn out
dogs
here, too.
allowed.
Oh, we're only 12 miles from the river walk.
Oh, there's Alex.
Yep.
Alex is eating.
I got the
She's eating. I caught her eating. Hey, Alex, what are you doing?
Eating.
Yeah, I wouldn't see why not.
What are you eating?
Dad getting out? Are we all getting out?
Yeah, we're all good.
Little tiny oranges.
So we just looked on the, we went on Google Maps and looked up local parks, and we stumbled across it. It is really cool. It's like highly developed for wheelchairs. I mean, look at this. It has like the different levels for wheelchairs, and it's all paved, level 1, 2, 3, and it's like really neat here. So we're excited to get started. Jared's getting some cool drone shots right now to see what it looks like up above, but this is going to be fun. We're going to spend some time here.
Yeah, this park is really cool. They have, and I don't know if it's a statewide thing or just this park or maybe the newer ones, but they have the parks, the trails are all paved, most of them anyway. But they don't just say, okay, it's paved so it's accessible. They show you the different levels that they have of the different trails. Like level 1 is the easiest, flattest. Level 2, they say, has 5% maximum grade, and then level 3 is 8.3% some of the grades. And then level 4, it's saying, is unimproved, dirt trails. So you kind of go at your own risk there. But that's so neat that they show you that, because okay, if I'm getting pushed by somebody else, or I can't push up very steep slopes, you just know which trails you can go on and have a better time of it, which is really neat. Not just accessible, but they tell you how steep they are, so you know which ones you can go on. All right, with all the information that we now have about the trail system at this park, we're going to find the steepest one to go on. Right.
That says it's wheelchair accessible.
Yeah, the steepest.
Well, over here, it gives crazy detail. So it tells you, so the typical grade on this one is 3.5%. 80% of the trail is under 5% grade, but there are 280 feet that are 6 to 14%. Standard ramp grade. It's got the typical cross slope, the tread width, this is like really like detailed. Like some engineer designed this, and so it's 0.2 miles, but it leads to another trail that's like 1.75 miles. So that's what we're gonna head to. Yeah, this one heads to the longer one.
Okay.
Okay.
That's some really cool water, because that would be perfect for kayaking or like tubing. It's like class 1 rapids probably.
Well, yeah, it's like the perfect, just a nice flow, no rapid type anything, just a nice flow of water, nice
Pushes
width,
you down the river.
and like trees on either side overhang. As long as there's no snakes in the trees, we'd be good. Well, there are green tree snakes, so there are chances that
There are also feral hogs, mountain lions, coyotes, snakes, and something else. You get 25 points if you find mountain lion.
Mountain lion? Okay.
25.
15 points per wild boar. 5 points for a snake.
Okay. We don't want to see any of them, so hopefully no one gets it. This game is
Lowest
hopefully no one
points
gets
wins.
any points. Yep, it's kind of like golf, lowest points.
It went from like 40
a few days
to
ago.
118.
No, to 80.
Close
To 80.
enough.
It went from 40 degrees to like 80 in a few days. And I think I preferred
It
the
is very
40.
hot.
Yeah, I definitely preferred the 40 degrees.
Oh boy.
No. Everyone else?
Yes,
No.
40.
We don't prefer the 40 degree. We just wish it would hit like the 60s for a little while and stay there. Oh, this looks fun. Oh.
It's fun going down, and you have to come back up, but that's okay.
All right, he's gonna pick up speed.
We'll do a wheelie.
Let's see his top speed. Go, go, go.
Jogging speed. Slight run.
I need enough speed to make it up. Yeah, 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 yeah. I gotta make it to the top. Maybe then we'll turn around.
After that.
And I have to go back up. Ooh, wildflowers.
Wildflowers.
No.
How far?
2 miles.
Is it all paved?
I don't know.
Rio Medina, that's the one that leads us down to
Medina River.
Yep, that leads us down to the river where we didn't follow along. That was the first trip.
Okay, you guys ready to head back?
Jared's finding lots of ladybugs.
Come on, buddy.
His friend doesn't like him.
Alright, well that park was really, really enjoyable.
Hot. I was gonna use the word hot.
Yeah, well, it was hot, but it felt good to get out, fresh air, even though it was hot air.
And to exercise and not be
Yeah.
a slug.
Get some exercise, because I just,
The RV's kind of small.
yeah, I've been just cooped up in the RV too long. So I feel pretty good. I don't know if I still have a fever, but I feel a lot better having gotten some exercise. And the park itself was gorgeous. Really, really nice paved trails, concrete
Yeah, it was
trails.
great.
We didn't
not
see
used
any
to
wild hogs, mountain lions, coyotes, or
Yeah, it was a
snakes.
bummer for wildlife. We saw like ants,
Ants.
a hawk.
The kids like
Cows.
the
We
ants.
saw the cows.
Yeah, we
Ants
saw
and
some cows.
ladybugs.
I think it counts as wildlife.
Yeah, it is.
And we got down to the river. We saw that. And it was really beautiful, like aqua colored
Yes.
water.
And
That was cool. Too bad we couldn't go tubing, but maybe some other time.
But it would have been nice to go walking along the water, but 2 people had to go pee.
Yeah, so we had to go back up to the
Yeah.
ranger station where they had
Like twins.
the porta potty bathrooms.
They did. And not that we had just been up at the bathrooms for like 15 minutes because Alex was on the phone. So we were kind of waiting around and Jared was getting drone shots. But like 10 minutes later down the trail, then suddenly everyone has to go potty. So our host here at the Boondockers Welcome goes out bike riding or jogging or walking every day. So he's taking us on a cool 3-mile loop walk around town. And right now we're just going by the park. This is the park that we've been going to a lot, taking the dogs to every day to get their walks and their runs and playtime in. So it's really nice. It's about 85 degrees, so it's a little bit warm, but it's a nice view of the town of Pleasanton, Texas. So we're doing a little project before we leave our Boondockers Welcome. Our host here is very, very good with building things, inventing things, and modifying different things. So he works on RVs a lot, and that's one of the things he does. He helps out boondockers who come here, and stay at his Boondockers Welcome. He will fix things while they're here. So he's fixing some suspension problems for us. So that's what we're up to before we leave today.